Hi everyone, it's Heike from Ambrosia Nutrition showing you how to cook some really delicious fritters from these cute looking things, namely Promoncini zucchinis. And I've also got this one. This is going to go in there as well, and we're going to use some herbs. I've got those herbs here and I'll talk to you about them. And there'll be just some eggs, onion and garlic, because you can't cook anything without onion and garlic, and chia seeds and some spices, and this is pretty much it. And it actually covers all your bases. You theoretically don't need anything else to serve with it, because you've got your protein. Lovely eggs. Thanks, Melissa. My lovely neighbor Melissa gave me 3 because I only had 3 eggs, so we need 6. And so there's your protein, and it's all the amino acids that you need to support your immune system, to support your muscle building, to support your healthy bones and healthy skin. And we've got complex carbohydrates, fiber, to keep your gut microbiome happy. And we've got some more prebiotics to keep the gut ticking over, namely these guys, onion and garlic. And I better start cooking to ensure that it is really a fast dish. So you can start with preparing either of these onions or herbs. I also have a Thermomix, Ash. Would you believe it? I've got an older model without the computer part and computer chip, and I really use it a lot. It is a very handy tool. However, this recipe is just as easily done with a grater. So what I do, I prepare my herbs, and as I do that, I will talk to you a little bit about them. This is the humble parsley. You really can't sing the praises of this herb high enough. It grows easily in the garden. It comes back time and time again. It's a really powerful modulator for your sex hormones. So particularly those women that struggle with the naughty estrogen in certain days of their cycle, they could benefit just as much. One of these nutrients is also in celery, and I use celery leaves and stems. And as you can see, this is my garden grown celery. The stems are really not all that thick. It's more like a herb than a veggie, really. So I put this in. And then I'll add rosemary. Now, rosemary is known for its antioxidant properties. It is really yes, Ash, yes to the Thermomix. Rosemary is supportive of your cardiovascular system, for example, or there are studies that say it can prevent or is supportive of Alzheimer or dementia, the development of those. So don't put too much rosemary in, because it's a really powerfully flavored herb, and everything will taste like rosemary if you put in too much. So about a tablespoon of the needles, or a bit more. And the stem I put in the compost. It is too fibrous to be cooked with. However, the parsley stems can go in here, and as you see, I only just tear them and chuck them in. The Thermomix will blitz this up. So the other herb, which is also strictly not a herb, but I've got loads of it, and somebody has to show me how to grow proper fennel, because my fennel seems to just sprout a lot of grains and not much bulb. So I use this as a herb as well. It has a lovely aniseedy flavor, and it's a mild digestive tonic. So it's really good for those people who suffer from bloating. So in it goes. And then I've got lemon balm. Oh, yeah, smellogram. We need the smell function in our mobile phones and cyber world. Lemon balm has got a beautiful lemony scent, and from a herbal perspective, it is actually really good for calming and for sleep onset. It's a good thing to have for dinner, for healthy sleep later on. So what else have I got? I've got some garlic chives, and it's about four cups of herbs that you can put in a dinner such as this, for three to four people worth of veggie fritters. So this I will chop a little bit, because the Thermomix has the habit of, when you leave chives at full length, it kind of winds itself around the blade. So I chop that up a little. And then the other herb, garlic chives. Garlic chives have got similar properties to garlic. So all these alliums, like Tash said yesterday in her cooking presentation, they are our own nutritional antibiotics, so really supportive of bacterial and other infections, even fungal infections. So yeah, it should feature in most meals. I've also got a little bit of tiny bok choy mixed in here. I had picked them just before, a bit later in the afternoon, and washed them, but I have not prepared anything else. Yeah, smell-o-vision. Yes, please give me smell-o-vision. So the next herb that goes in is also a super immune herb. It's called thyme. It looks like that, and it smells beautifully as well. There's different variations of thyme. There's lemon thyme and others, and a bit like the rosemary. You just strip the leaves off the stem, because the stems are quite woody and really don't feel nice in your mouth when you eat your food. The end bits, they are quite tender. See, the last 3 centimeters you can throw in, that is tender enough to be eaten. So yeah, it's quite nice, quite meditative to pull these off, and the smell is absolutely phenomenal. Oh. Very good. Also works on the respiratory tract. Thyme, you can just, if you don't mind, inhalation, and you have a bit of a cough and you want to loosen up thick mucus on your bronchs, you can put fresh thyme in a big bowl of boiling water and inhale over that. That has therapeutic benefit as well. So a little bit more thyme. And last thing is marjoram. I actually don't know that much about marjoram, to be perfectly honest. Traditionally in Germany we use it as a balm for chapped lips, called marjoram butter. But other than that, I've really never looked into the health benefits of marjoram. Some people here seem to call it oregano, but yeah, if you have oregano, use that. I found these terms have been used interchangeably. So as you can see here, there's your 4 cups of herbs, a little bit more. And what I do then, I just put the veggies over the top to kind of weigh the herbs down, and then when I whiz it up, everything seems to blitz quite nicely. You can blitz it a bit, or if you grate it finer or thicker. It really doesn't make much of a difference. These are tiny cloves. They're homegrown. They're not as big as the large ones. With the garlic amount that you want to use, you can use 2, 3, 4, 5 cloves. More tastes better. So I've got 3 here, but 4 is fine as well. I give them a squeeze with the side of the blade. that makes peeling easier. So you can get it out of its skin really easy. That was, you know, just basically a second. Same here. It comes off very readily. Good trick to know, to make things a bit more smooth. So there's your garlic. Now we're doing an onion. That's homegrown as well. It's the first time I managed to grow proper onions. I'm amazed. Any onion growing tips? Pass them to me, please. It's beautiful. It's a really fresh onion. It only I only pulled it out 2 weeks ago. It's such a blessing to have homegrown veggies, or really fresh veggies from a grower. It's a real gift, I would say. So because we chop them in the Thermomix, we'll just quarter them. That suffices. And then all you need to do is to roughly chop your zucchini. That's all we're putting in. Zucchini is abundant this time of the year. I actually will have this to have a quick look. I just needed to see how big the seeds were, to see whether I needed to take the seeds out. But they are small enough to be eaten. But Heike, loving all the info on the herbs. Oh, thank you. Good. I don't love parsley, but thinking it might be beneficial for me and its estrogen benefits. You know how you can disguise parsley in, like in pesto, for example? Use half parsley, half basil. And then you won't taste the parsley at all. That's my trick. If you don't really like the parsley. So here we go. I chop the zucchini roughly in bits like so. In they go, and then I put about a teaspoon of sea salt. In this, I had pre-measured 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Chia seeds bind this together because zucchini is 92% moisture, and it mops, while the zucchini batter is sitting there, it mops up the water that comes out of the zucchini and binds it together nicely. Plus, there's always a plus with a nutritionist. There is omega-3 essential fatty acids in there that support your immune system and are anti-inflammatory. So that goes in. And then here's the miracle spice of all miracle spices. What's this one? It's yellow. It's a powder. Comes from a rhizome. What is it? It's in curries. And I put 3 teaspoons in because it tastes good and it makes everything look great and yellow. For turmeric to be optimally absorbed, it is important that there's a source of fat. I love parsley, can't get enough. Good. Well, with the tomato smell still going strong, you can make this lovely, what's this salad called? Tomato and parsley? Tabbouleh. Tabbouleh is a great way. Yay! Meg, you got it. Turmeric. So to activate the turmeric, you grind in some pepper, or just pepper. Powdered pepper or ground pepper is fine. Depends on how hot you like it. I like it quite spicy, so I put in quite a few grinds of black pepper, but you can use 2 or 3 grinds of pepper is enough for the purpose of the turmeric activation. This is not an original jar. I just put it in a hot English mustard jar. I buy it by the kilo in in the corner shops where you find all your Indian spices or Pakistani spices, and then it's much cheaper rather than buying, you know, a small pack in the supermarket. And with this, the corner shop, so for example, this one is from the Pakenham veggie grocer on the corner there, opposite what was Woolworth once, and kind of around the corner from Coles. Pakenham Place, I think the shopping centre is called. So this is it. I've got everything in there. I'll give it a whiz to blitz it up, and then I might put in another zucchini to have enough for, should be enough, but I'll see how I go. So there will be some noise. I put the Thermomix away from the microphone there, so as to not overburden your ears. So now it looks like this. It's sort of roughly chopped 1 centimeter to 1/2 centimeter to 2 centimeter bits, which is nice. And now I just crack in my eggs. I've got six eggs, and then I give it another whirl, and will then taste test it just to see whether my flavors are nice. And then I'll just turn on the fry pan, put in a bit of oil, and fry these fritters. And size-wise, you can fry them into tablespoon portions. You can I'll put the oven on. You can use teaspoon portions, and then they make they're actually quite tasty, yummy. If you have a buffet and you want to entertain, so they're little bits of finger food. Sorry, couldn't find the word of the term of finger food. Is yin and yang Ben need a bit of both feminine and masculine? Ah, my goodness, you're all very holistic. I love it. Okay, I'll just whiz in the eggs. Looks a bit bubbly now, and I'll try. Ooh, it's very nice. It's actually nice salt. So I had this is like just a little ice cream spoon that I use, and that was about, for all this that I used, was about a heap of these ice cream spoons. Okay. And I think this is definitely enough for us. So I will not sacrifice these these beauties here. I'll keep them for another project. Maybe some pickled zucchini, like gherkins. That's really quite nice. So I'll put some oil in my fry pan. I often cook with olive oil. It has quite a high smoke point, so it's safe for frying. Not that I fry things too hard. You can also use macadamia oil or ghee, and if you are using animal fats, lard is a safe frying fat as well, and adds sort of another dimension, a more hearty dimension to your whatever you're frying. So I quite like that. So I just want to show you what you're looking for in the mix. There really is no right or wrong, but you can see there's a bit of liquid dropping from the egg, and the juices coming out of the veggies. And so all you do is, take tablespoons of it, drop it into your fry pan, into your hot oil, not ultra medium hot, I would say. And once they were a bit brown on the underside, you just flip them and do the other side. The beauty about this recipe is that you can do it with many different herbs and many different vegetables. So, for example, pumpkin works really well in it. Also, carrot, sweet potato. You could use cabbage. Then they're almost a bit like, those okonomiyaki, Japanese pancakes. I love okonomiyaki. Yeah. There we go. And I shall just quickly take this over here so you can get a look what they look like. There we go. So they'll yeah, I love okonomiyaki. How good are they? And so simple, such a simple recipe, yet so delicious. So this is, as I said, it's a full meal. You don't really need to add anything else in there. I'm a sauce person, so I love sauces with it, and I made, because we've got so many tomatoes, I made some homemade ketchup, and look at the color. I actually used a trick here. I made a batch, and I thought, oh, it looks so pale and boring, so I cheated and put a beetroot in to get this amazing red color. And you actually don't taste it on a large batch of tomato sauce. I also like pickles with this. This is my pickled purslane that I picked at the Pakenham Community Garden. This is amazing purslane plant. So we'll what else? There's a zucchini in there as well. And this is a sweet gherkin relish that I made a while back. That would be also nice. Yesterday we had we did some burning off, and in my if we have a fire, I always put in some potatoes, and I made this yogurt. It's hard to see. It's just a yogurt dip with a bit of mayo in. Actually, no, it's kefir. It's a kefir dip with a bit of mayo and chives and parsley. I put in. Okay. So I can smell that these fritters are browning a little bit. I've got this flipper over from the 60s. Amazing how things last. And I'll flip them, and I'll show you what you're looking for. They look nice when they're a bit brown. And so yeah, now I just cook the other side, and once they're done, I'll put them under the griller to keep them warm. Fry all the other ones, and then we have dinner. That's it. Do you have any questions? Yes, yes, Ash, I love the op shop as well for buying tools. There's so many great things that you find there. And yeah, they lasts and lasts and lasts. Okay, well, I let you go. I hope you're inspired to give those a go. And it smells really, really good. And I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow night when I take you through my garden. So that should be fun and hopefully encouraging for you guys. Well, most of you are gardeners, so you'll see. Have a great one, and thanks for listening and watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.